So this is the greenhouse and this is what's happening so far. I wanted to do a garden tour video, but there's not a lot going on in the garden right now, but there's plenty here, so I'm going to show you what's going on. So if we start on this side, just coming in, can't remember what's in here now. Coleus. I planted Coleus and I've tried twice growing it, but it hasn't grown, and now we've got some little plants coming out, and I don't know if that is the Coleus or not, but I'm going to keep watering it and just see what comes of it. Here we've got Nasturtiums. I've got two different varieties that I've been growing here from seed. We've got Summer Carousel and where's the label for this one? Jewels Mixed. And the trays were from what I had last year when I bought some bedding plants. So I bought like magnolias because the chickens had eaten all of mine that I grew from seed. So I just kept the trays and just sowed the seeds in there, and it's really good for just upcycling and reusing what you've already got. You know, you've just got all of this here, and it's great instead of throwing it in the bin. So I've got these two varieties of nasturtiums here. On these three trays I've tried to grow petunias, and I'm not having any success with them. Lobelia and petunias really bad. I just can't seem to get any success with growing them, so I've ended up just buying them from the shops. I've got two citrus trees here. We've got the lemon is there, and kumquat, which is here, and I've got them in here because we've still had a couple of frosty nights, so as soon as the frosts are over they'll be outside. And then we've got lots and lots of sunflowers here. I've sown like quite a few of them. I don't know what's in here. It hasn't germinated. I'll have a dig around in this pot and see what's going on. I'm pretty sure it's a sunflower. Now, sorry, excuse me. Most of these sunflowers that I've sown are from saved seeds from my last year's sunflowers, except for a couple of them. I've got Kong here and Black Magic, which was given to me by Jasmine from Just Lovely Gardening. So I've grown them. I've got the teddy bear variety as well that she gave to me as well, and they're growing outside. So I'm really excited to see that because I really want a lot of sunflowers around the garden. We've got a little orange tree here that we've been growing from seed. I'm not expecting anything from that anytime soon, but it's just nice to try. And then down here I've got some winter spaghetti squash. Everything needs a good watering. I haven't done it for a couple of days, but I've got three growing in this one pot, and as soon as the frosts are over they'll go into the ground. In these pots here we've got dwarf beans, which last year was a first for me. I think this is probably this is a weed, I think. Yeah, it was a first for me last year, and we were picking those all summer and they were so delicious with our dinner. I mean, it was just so nice to add it in and so nutritious. So I'm growing a lot more this year, and what I intend to do is actually just keep them in the pots. Last year I made the I didn't make the mistake, but what I actually did was I planted them into the ground where my runner beans were growing and nasturtiums. I had nasturtiums and runner beans growing up like a trellis, and then I put these at the base, and obviously it's a dwarf variety. I just didn't realise how much of a dwarf variety it was, and it ended up being so tiny, and I had to like rummage around to get them. So this time around what I'm going to do is I've got them in their own pots here separately, and they'll stay in pots, and I'll keep those like on the patio, so you know it's just easy to get access to them. Then I've got some more sunflowers here, which are again the saved seeds from last year. I don't know what variety they are because when I bought the seeds it was just a mixed pack, so I don't know. Coming over here, I'm just step over these pots. We've got some more nasturtiums, but these ones here in this pot, I'm hoping are just the yellow ones, because I noticed when I grew the trailing mix last year there was one particular plant that was growing and it had only yellow flowers, which was so pretty, so I saved those seeds separately. So fingers crossed that's going to be that one. More sunflowers. We've got celery seeds here. I've sown a whole bunch of celery. I can't see any germination on it just yet. I'm sure it'll come up soon though. What I intend to do with the celery is put them into juices, so like run them through my juicer and have them like that. This is a chili plant. I don't know what variety it is because my mum gave me that one, so I'll double check with her which one it is. We've got some flowers here. These need water. We've got scarlet pimpernel, which are basically like these really tiny peach coloured flowers. And I think I saw them on Google like randomly. So I got some seeds. And then we've got bells of Ireland. I did sow a lot more seeds, but they just didn't germinate. So I'll just see how these ones go. I might sow some more, I don't know. More sunflowers. These are the unknown variety, and they're doing really well actually. I got a bit worried. I thought, oh, they're getting a bit leggy, but they're actually okay, and they're nice and strong. If I turn it over, let me just see if you can just, yeah, you can just see some roots coming through. I'll check here. I can't see any at the bottom of this one. Yeah, you can just see some roots poking through on some of them, but I'm sure they'll be fine for planting out. And then over here we've got lemon, coriander and sweet basil, which I've just sort of, these have been just kept in the unheated greenhouse. I didn't sow those indoors or anything like that, so they're coming up nicely. I've just recently sown some sprouts. They've not come up yet. I only did those, I think it was 2 days ago, something like that. And if I go down here, we've got, I mean, here and the bottom shelf, we've got lots and lots of sweet peas. We've got the mammoth mix, we've got royal blue, royal white and royal pink. So those will be planted out soon. I mean, they're getting really nice and long. I need to just put the trellises up for those. I've got some turnips and kohlrabi. They're coming up nicely. We've got more lettuce, which hasn't come up yet, but I mean it'll be fine. I've got courgettes and squash here. Courgettes are a bit slow actually. I've got butternut squash sown as well inside the house, and they're really slow to come up, so I'm not sure if I've done something wrong there. I hope not. And on this side here we've got aubergines and chilies, and the same up here as well. We've got chilies and aubergines going on. I intend to keep those in the polytunnel once they're ready to go out. They're looking okay. We've got tomatoes. I've sown a lot less tomatoes than last year. I mean, last year I went crazy with them, and for some reason this year I haven't sown as many. And I think the reason for that is I actually forgot to sow some of my seeds because I just ran out of space inside. But maybe if I sow some more now, I don't know if there's enough time. Here we've got runner beans. These are doing so nicely. Look at that. Really nice and tall, so they'll be going out soon. There we go. I've got 4, so you've got one little one down here. I've got 4 to a pot because it just saves how many pots and containers that I'm using. I do use a mixture of pots and containers. You know, I like to recycle, reuse, repurpose wherever I can. Most of these pots that you see here I haven't actually bought anyway. You know, people just give them away free of charge, otherwise they throw them in the bin. So, you know, I go onto like Facebook Marketplace and just, you know, give a pack of biscuits in return, and that's it. So we've got some 1, 2, 3 pots of Alpine Strawberries. Those seeds I got from Wilco's, and they took so long to germinate that I forgot about them until I found them like dying at the back of the greenhouse. But I potted them up, watered them, and I mean they're beautiful now. We've got lots of flowers there, so we're going to get some really nice little Alpine Strawberries. That'll be fun for the kids. I've got some more lettuce in these containers here, and then I've got lots and lots of zinnias. I'm so excited, oh my god, about the zinnias. Like, I'm swimming in them. This was the first one that I sowed here. I sowed this tray, which obviously they're coming up quite nicely, but you know, as you can see, there's like all these empty kind of sections where they just didn't germinate. And I was a bit worried, and I was thinking, oh no, I've sown these seeds and they're not going to come up, and I'm looking forward to having zinnias. So then I went and bought some more packs, and then I sowed like this one here, and then I went and got another pack, and then I sowed all of these ones. So once these get a bit bigger and stronger, I'll be potting them on. These ones are getting their true leaves just there. I'll be potting those up and separating them. I think I want to put a lot of them into the ground as well. I don't know, how do you guys keep yours? Do you put them in pots or in the ground? I don't know, but I'll see how it goes. Alright, at the bottom I've just got some random stuff. There's a pot of weeds, I don't know what that is. This green one here, if we can, this one here, those are my cucamelon tubers from last year. I've heard that if you lift them and store them, then you can plant them out the following year and you get earlier croppings. I don't know what's going to happen because we've had an extended winter and spring has been pushed back, so I just don't know what's going to happen with that. But I mean, you know, once the frost is over, I'll stick those in the ground as well. I don't know what's in that one. We'll find out soon enough. I might have a dig around in there. And then we've got some more nasturtiums. This variety is called the Trailing Mix, and I got my seeds from Lidl, and they're just 29p for a whole pack of seeds. And I mean, I love nasturtiums. I've gone really crazy with nasturtiums. I love how they trail. I love the little flowers, but you know, they're also edible, which is great, and you can put them into your salads. You can use the flowers to decorate, like, you know, cakes, or you put cookies, whatever you want, you know, put them on the icing. So I mean, really, you can't go wrong with nasturtiums, and they're so easy to grow. You don't need any special feed for them. They do really well in poor soil. I've just used like garden soil that I put into a pot, and they've come up so nicely. So I've done a lot of nasturtiums this year. The ones that are here and here, that's not the only oh, and there is not the only ones that I've got a lot more outside the greenhouse. And then this little patch here is all basil. So we've got a lot of basil going on here. So yeah, so now that's it so far in the greenhouse. So if you liked you know, having a nosy around, just give the video a like, and you know, if you want to subscribe, you can do. It's up to you. But yeah, here we go. So I'm going to give everything a good water, and then I'm going to shut the door. Oh yeah, bye bye.